Welcome students. Today we are going to know about the new chapter, that is mechanical properties of the fluid. This in this session, this chapter is very important as per the CET, NEET and JEE point of view. It has a large weightage. So accordingly in this session we are going to know about some theoretical concepts about the fluids, about the properties of the ideal fluids, and then we have the properties of general fluids, and we have the concept of hydrostatics and few more definitions such as we say a molecular force, and then we have the cohesive force, then we have the adhesive force, okay, and then we have the range of intermolecular force concept, and then we are going to know about the sphere of influence at last, okay, and one by one we are going to know about each concept, okay. In the description box clearly the sequence it is maintained and it is given in that, okay. Now let us take the definition of first definition of this chapter, that is fluid. Very simple definition, that any substance which can flow, okay, any substance which can flow is known as a fluid, okay, is known as fluid. Now after that one we are going to know the properties of ideal fluid. Properties of ideal fluid. Ideal fluids. Properties of ideal fluid. The first property of the ideal fluid is it is incompressible. It is incompressible means it never changes its density, means density remain constant. As we are going to say the general liquid, as we are going to apply external force, its volume increase and decrease means accordingly the density will change. But in case of ideal gas, it is incompressible means its density never changes as shown in diagram. In the first diagram, second diagram, third diagram, we are going to apply the force and accordingly its volume changes means density changes. But in case of ideal, it never changes. Okay. Now the next is it is irrotational. It is irrotational. Irrotational. Irrotational means its flow is smooth. Its flow is smooth. It is not a turbulent flow. Its flow is very smooth flow and it is not a turbulent, means it is not irregular type of flow. It is a smooth flow and it is known as irrotational. This liquid is ideal fluid when its flow is irrotational, means its flow is very smooth. Third one. Third, and this is non-viscous. Non-viscous, very simple concept. It is non-viscous. Non-viscous means in between the two layers. When it flows, liquid, when it flows through any vessel, there is a no frictional force in between the two layers of the liquid, is known as a non-viscous property of ideal fluid. Okay, and the last one, its velocity. About its velocity, its flow is very steady. Its flow is steady. Its flow is steady. Okay, its flow is steady means it has a constant velocity with respect to time. Means at a particular point, if we are going to consider the first point, its flow at the first point to second point, it is constant with respect to time. Again, second point to third point, it is also constant. Okay, means simply it is periodic. Within a given time, its velocity remains constant. Now we have the properties of general fluid rather than that of ideal fluid. So the first property that we are going to know, that is the properties of the fluids. In that first is they do not oppose the deformation. They do not oppose. Okay, they do not oppose Deformation means permanently this fluid gets deformed. Permanently the fluid gets deformed means it does not oppose the deformation. Second one, that it have the ability to flow, means it has the ability to flow. Obviously, any liquid, any fluid has the ability to flow. And the third one, but not the least one, that it has the ability when it take the shape, when it is poured inside the container, it will take the shape of that particular container, which is shown there. Means if any liquid or fluid it is poured inside the container, it will take the shape of that container. Okay, it will take the shape of container. It will, okay, it will take shape of container, of container. Okay, and then we have the new concept, that is hydrostatic. Hydrostatic. What is this hydrostatic? Just a general definition we are going to know, that it is a branch of physics. Obviously, it is a branch of physics which deals with the study of properties of the fluid at rest. At rest means it is a property, or we say it is a branch of physics which is having, or we are going to study the properties of the fluid which is at rest. That branch of physics is known as hydrostatic. Once again, it is a branch of physics which deals with the study of properties of the fluid at rest, is known as hydrostatic. Now few definitions which are most important in the further chapter or further concepts in this chapter. So these definitions are very important. The first definition that we are going to know is the intermolecular force. Force of attraction between their molecules is known as intermolecular force. But this intermolecular force, that means there is a force of attraction between the molecules. Different kinds of molecules, they have some sort of attraction, or similar kind of molecule there is attraction, and this is known as intermolecular force. Now the next definition is very important, that is cohesive force. Name itself indicates cohesive force. Cohesive force means similar kind of molecular force. The force of attraction between the molecules of same substance is known as cohesive force. Now, example, force of attraction between two air molecules, or force of attraction between two water molecules. Now, similar definition, but concept is different, that is adhesive force. Adhesive means different kinds, okay, not a similar kind. So adhesive force is a force, or adhesive force is a force of attraction between the molecules of different substances, are known as adhesive force. Now these adhesive force, example of the adhesive force is, we say, force of attraction between water and solid molecule. That is the best example for this. And then we have the next definition, that is the range of molecular force. Range, obviously range, it is related to the distance. How much is the range? How much is the distance? So range of molecular force. Name itself indicates we will never have to remember the definition. Just we are going to make the meaning of that. Range, a distance up to which intermolecular force, or distance up to which the intermolecular forces are effective, is known as range of molecular forces. Let us take one simple sentence, that, sir, molecular force, it is having up to range, that is 10 raised to power minus 9 in case of solids and liquids. Okay, means it is a 10 raised to power minus 9, means very short distance, minus 9. So it is a very short range force. Okay, so next is a sphere of influence. Name itself indicate, see the diagram, in that one it is one sort of imaginary sphere drawn around the molecule, which is kept at the center and whose radius is equal to the molecular range, is known as a sphere of influence. Okay, and it is different for different substances. Okay, thank you. In next section we are going to know about the behavior of liquid. Thank you.